As you might imagine, with any major sporting event, there comes a tremendous amount of media coverage, and this was no exception. Let's talk about some of the coverage for the Malice in Dallas. Of course, the local stations were there and the local newspapers. But beyond that, 2 local radio stations carried the event live. Then there were the networks, CNN, CBS, ABC, NBC, and from across the sea, the BBC. You name it, they were there. Here's just a sampling of some of the reporters that showed up that day.
This is NBC Nightly News with Tom Brokaw.
It seems that nothing in America can be resolved without a lawsuit, even the smallest differences. A long trial, expensive lawyers, crazy settlements. Well, tonight, a refreshing change. NBC's Keith Morrison.
There's an aircraft service company in the Southeast called Stevens Aviation, which came up with a snappy slogan a while back, Plain Smart, plain spelled P-L-A-N-E. And how do you think Stevens felt when Southwest Airlines, 7th biggest in the country and the most profitable, put this on the air?
Southwest Airlines, just plain smart.
Any fool could see what was coming. Of course, the normal thing to do would be call the lawyers, go to court, litigate, spend some money. But then these people are hardly normal.
We don't really believe in litigation. Besides that, what fun would that have been?
So Stevens chairman Kurt Herwald called up the fun-loving boss of Southwest and suggested they arm wrestle for the right to use the slogan. Kurt trained. Chain-smoking, hard-drinking Herb Kelleher trained. Well, sort of. And today they bust in company employees, cheerleaders, and their crazy boss for... That's right, Malice in Dallas, complete with real-life wrestlers, 700 waving pom-poms, and the wildest company rally you ever saw for Killer Kurt and Smokin Herb. Now remember, this is the chairman of a Fortune 500 company. Of course, Southwest's Herb knew he would lose, just as he knew Stevens' Kurt would say.
We've decided to allow Southwest Airlines to continue the use of our slogan.
And then they donated $15,000 to charities.
The lawyers didn't get a dime, I'm most happy to say.
And Herb, who thought of everything, had a stretcher ready to carry him away, and a ready estimate on what all this fun saved in litigation fees.
$450,000, $500,000.
Not to mention all this free publicity. What was that slogan? Just plain smart?
Remember, I don't care what you say, just mention my name.
Keith Morrison, NBC News, Dallas.
So we've seen some of the electronic media coverage, but let's not leave out the print coverage. That too was tremendous. Let's take a look at some of that. Like most Southwest Airlines events, everybody's a winner. In this case, it was the Cleveland Ronald McDonald House and the Muscular Dystrophy Association. But beyond that, you're the winners because you are Southwest Airlines. Again, thanks for joining us for this special edition of As the Planes Turn, the Malice in Dallas.